덴마크가 굉장히 사람이 지치는 시기라던가 뭔가 방황하는 시기에 대해 잘 이해를 하고 정책을 짜는 것 같아서 그렇게 가기까지 과도기적인 상황에서 어떤 운동이 있었는지 어떤 움직임이 있었는지 궁금해요.
She thinks in Korea that the country itself has been very much focused on development, growing, increasing the economy, etc. And I wonder, in Denmark, it seems like you have a system where those who are lost on the way are very well taken care of in the society. But she wonders if you've had any problems getting that base. Have you had any barriers or obstacles getting to the stage where you are now?
I think it has been a long journey because in Denmark, we were not good at recognizing it in the past. And I think it's only when, the problems or somebody brings the attention to the surface and it's public, it needs to get out in the public domain. People need to speak about it. You should not hide these things. You need to put it in the open. Only then can we discuss and politicians and others can take action on providing support. If you hide away or feel shameful or does not want to talk about it, then it just stays as a secret. But if you talk about it, it's out in the open. So I think that is what has happened in Denmark, that we talked about it and we put it out in the open and discussed it. So, and I think, my feeling is that Korea is on the right move. This current government seems to be more aware about public health, aging population, the sort of how you feel as a society. They look very much to the Nordic countries, Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Finland. Your president went there. They sent missions to look at health care, mental health, dementia, and all kinds of things. So there's a general will in the Korean society to move in that direction. Is my feeling.
덴마크도 굉장히 오랜 여정이 필요했고 그러기 위해서는 그 이슈를 굉장히 이슈화하고 계속 이야기하는 게 굉장히 중요하다고 생각합니다. 그래서 뭐 국회 정치나 이런 분들을 계속 설득을 하고 이야기하고 공론화하고 하는 작업이 필요하다고 생각하시고요. 한국이 지금 정부를 봐도 뭐 고령화라든가 치매, 정신건강 이런 쪽에 더 관심을 많이 가지고 신경을 쓰는 것 같으니 한국도 분명 그 올바른 방향을 갖고 있는 것 같습니다. 네?
한국에서는 청소년 정신과를 이용할 때 부모님 동의를 받아야 되구나. 인도에서 상담 선생님이 딱 한 명밖에 없거든요. 근데 덴마크 청소년들은 정신건강을 어려울 때 어떤 지원이나 복지를 가지고 있는지 궁금해요.
In Korea, if you are a student and if you want to get some help in the mental health from doctor and medical help, if you want that, you need to get an agreement from your parents. Is it like that in Denmark? If any students in Denmark suffer from any type of mental health related disease, how do they solve them? How do they approach to solve it?
I think there's a couple of entry points because typically it would be parents being concerned about their child and they would try and help the child, so bring it to a medical facility. I'm looking at you, Nina, because you might be able to add here also. The other way around is that in any of the schools in Denmark, there is a health nurse. The health nurse is not there all the time, but my wife is actually a health nurse. So she looks after families with newborn children. She visits them when they're in the first few months to check everything is fine. But she also has 2 schools where she is on every Wednesday and Thursday. And normally she do check of kids, weight, are you obese, or do anything we can do for you, help, is your eyes okay, your hearing okay. But it's a kind of health nurse that you can come to any time. So she will do the normal health checks, for any children with problems can go to her and talk to her, with or without parents. So it's an opportunity actually to, if your parents do not listen, then you can go to your school nurse or you can go to your teacher and they will help you get access to assistance.
In Korea, it's kind of a long way to go. If you are a minor or a teenager, you are disallowed to the access to the mental health care as by the law. And unlike like Britain, you have like, it doesn't matter you are 14 or 13, you have your free choice to see a doctor or medical help. In Korea, it's automatically not allowed. And if someone like she asked, if you are like 15, you want to see a doctor to prescribe, you know, the Lexapro, and then automatically saying, no, you need to bring your parents. That's kind of, you know, it's not about like, you know, the equal access opportunity. Is that a child well-being is first or law is first? Which one is it? Is a child under the care of Korea government or under the guidance of parents? That's issue. So because of that, a lot of delayed late of treatment cause social problem and end up with committing suicide and stuff. That's the what she's asking.
But in Denmark, when a minor seeks help from a doctor, the doctor would actually also, according to the law, be obliged to inform the parents. And there are some very specific certain cases where the doctor is not required to inform the parents, but in most cases for minors, they do have to inform parents in Denmark as well, at least for the medical
And
side.
Nina is a doctor.
Oh, okay. But we don't have that choice.
의사시거든요. 그래서 덴마크에서 법 규정상은 부모에게 이제 정보 공유를 하게끔 되어 있다고는 하시네요.
네, 저희 나라가 청소년을 위한 약간 아동보호법이라든지 어른들이 사고를 당했을 때 만약에 아동보호법을 이제 국회에다가 이제 신청을 해도 되게 떠들거나 그런 법이 되게 많거든요. 저희 아동보호법이 얼마나 강화되어 있는지랑 이제 청소년들이 만약에 갔을 때 이제 자립을 하게 되면 그런 환경이 잘 갖춰져 있는지.
In Korea, we have children protection law, but it was very difficult to pass that law at the National Assembly. So it seems like the rights for the children and teenagers are being neglected. It's not as important as other issues in the society. And in Denmark, it seems that you are very well protected by the society when you are a student or teenager. Do you have any thoughts that you can share with us on that?
I don't know what we can share best. Again, you can maybe think about it, Nina, but I would just want to add at least that our current Prime Minister, she calls her the Prime Minister for youth and children because she feels that we have not been doing enough for youth and children. She feels at times there would be a need for the government to be able to take the children away from the parents if the parents are not doing well enough. Then the child would be better off somewhere else. So she is trying to find a different balance in that equation. I think in the past, you know, there's always been like, you know, you've got to stay with your mom and dad more or less, no matter what. Of course, if there's gross violations, then you would be taken away. But she believes that maybe at times it would be better for the child and its development to find a new environment and start a new afresh.
덴마크도 전통적으로는 부모님이랑 있어야지 부모님의 역할이고 이렇게 많이 생각을 했었는데 예를 들어서 지금 총리가 이제 여자분이신데 그런 부분에 대해서 이제 이의를 제기를 많이 하고 어떻게 해결해 나갈 수 있는지 방법을 많이 강구를 하고 있다고 합니다. 만약에 부모가 그 적당한 케어를 제공을 못하면 다른 환경에서 더 다른 도움을 받아야 되는 거 아니냐 이런 식의 그 논의가 계속 활발하게 진행되고 있다고 해요.
I think in general you would say that in Denmark, in the society, we have the sentiment that we put the interests of the child first. And it's true that we have a prime minister that has this special focus on children right now, but I think in general it has been the culture and the sentiment in society for a long time.
덴마크 사회나 문화에서는 아이들이 우선이란 아이들 제일주의가 좀 더 강한 것 같다고. 네.
덴마크에서 저희 같이 상처를 가지고 있는 학생들에게 상처를 가지고 있는 학생들에게
어떤 시선으로 보여지는지와 그 저희 한국에서는 정신과나 이제 정신의학과를 방문하기조차도 꺼려하는 게 많고 거기에 대한 안 좋은 편견이나 인식들이 있는데 덴마크에서는 정신과에 대해서 어떻게 생각을 하고 있는지.
I think we will take this as the last question. And she says, she wonders how, if you are a person with mental health related disease, how are you perceived in the society? Because in Korea, if you visit mental health related clinics or psychologists, etc., you have this stigma of a person going there, and so it blocks you from going further for treatment, etc. So, do you feel the same way in Denmark?
No, I don't think so. It's I think I mean, you can have a broken leg. Nobody will talk about that. You can have a mental problem. Nobody will be concerned about that. I think it's not an issue. And I think we would always try to be helpful or friendly to those in need, whether it's a broken leg or a mental thing. But we would not look down on the person. We would say, okay, there might be a problem or issues here and there. It doesn't mean that that's staying forever. It's a period. It's something that can come and go for all of us. And I think life is a long line. And of course, we have ups and downs in our life. No matter whether we're young, mid-age, or old, we have old people that are also suffering. I think when you look at the sort of suicide rates, it's higher among the old population also. So for us, it's things can come and go, and we can be perfect tomorrow. So it's not a stigma thing, I wouldn't say. And then let me, if this was the last question, because I also have to move.
Yes.
I also want to say to you, you have something that we don't have. Your K-pop culture. The young people in Denmark is crazy about your K-pop culture. That your music, your film Parasite. I mean, it's all over the world now. I love that film, and that film is exactly diving into the two tiers of society: the very rich society, the very poor that doesn't have anything. And I think it opens up debates in a new way. So be proud of that film. It's adding to dialogue and discussions about who has, who doesn't have, and how do we deal with things. So I think it's a real mind opener for many people to see your film for Parasite. So well done, Korea. You've been put on the map, the world map, with your film. You're already on the world map with your music.